so what I have here is weekly, daily momentum and the 2-hour charts in Bitcoin. And I'm also going to bring in a monthly chart because I think it's important to this analysis. When I look at the weekly and the daily, this is how I do and how our team does most of our analysis, in that we look at how these energetics work together. Now, what we saw in here in Bitcoin was a double top. Now, you can see in here the cycle rhythms. This is the money flows of the market. Just because it's going up, because the cycle cycle bracket is pointing up and then turns down over here, doesn't mean it's wrong. It gives us information that says at some point there's going to be a correction in here. And the position of where the correction comes gives us good information. When it comes way on the right side, as you see here, that is called a right-hand translation. And that tells us the next rally is likely to be strong in this rising phase. And you can see that. Momentum in the correction here, which is the reversal scout, that's level 4 study. And then it turned up right over there. You can see that. Now the cycle peaked right over here and it came down. And now the cycle is peaking early, making this double top. It hasn't broke down far enough for me to really be bearish. The daily chart is giving me information that is telling me to be bearish. Now you can see in here, I have 3 projections, and this trough aligns with a second monthly low. In other words, a test of this low or worse in August. Potentially lower than the April trough. So that would be lower than this trough. I said that the 23.6% drop is likely not enough for the correction on the monthly chart. I'm going to show you that in a moment. So this is the projection. Now you see the white space right in here. I leave that because I know there's time for a rally out over here. And this is where the real risk is, right over there. Now let's switch over to the daily chart right over here. Now, what's important about this daily chart is that this daily cycle, you can see that right in there, it has an average of 75 bars on the dominant and 25 bars on the minor. This is called the harmonic family. Go to our website, go to workshops, and there's some videos, and there's a video there for free. You can get an idea of what our cycle analysis workshop is like. And you can see in here that you have the momentum turned down right over there on the reversal scout. You can see over here that the momentum has gone neutral on our option bias study after being positive, and the slim ribbon PO is red, which is negative. So we have negative condition here on the daily. On the cycle pattern, see this minor cycle here? This is where it bottomed. You had positive conditions in here. It tested this, made a double top, and took out this low. That tells me that there are 1 cycle positive, 2 cycles, 1 negative, the second one negative, and the third one is very likely to be negative right over here. That gives me not only a condition for decline right now over this next 2 weeks, but then after that, you get a rally and there's a sell pending period. And I have a note in here. The period of risk is when the monthly, weekly, and daily trough line up together. That's this decline and this decline. Both of those in here are the daily troughs lining up in August. So that's actually August 8th. When I look over here, this one lines up right over here on August 11th. So there's downside pressure here on the weekly. There is downside pressure here on the daily. So right now it's in a declining sell phase. Breaking this low, it's negative. We put out warnings on that. And now if it rallies back in here, this is the 23% right there. That's about 65.6. This is about 66.9. If it popped up in here for a couple of days, that's the sell area for me right now. If it just didn't give us a good opportunity, came down over here into the second week of July, and then rallied, I'd be looking for the entry right over here. So it's a short-term and more intermediate-term outlook. Now I'm going to bring in this monthly chart right here for you to see the comparison. So the monthly cycles in here are fantastic. So you can see the rhythms in here. This was a 79% drop, a 70% drop, a 39% drop, a 78% drop. And then this drop over here, only 23.6. That said to me, there's a potential that it's not over with and that this would fail and come down one more time. This right over here is lining up to August. on the monthly chart. It says that there's the downside pressure from the monthly. So from the monthly, it's pointing on the downside into August. And I'm going to go back to those other charts right over here. On the daily, it's pointing down into August. On the weekly, it's pointing down into August. All of that says this is a serious period of risk with the potential for a couple of selling opportunities. One right now, if it pops back up into here, it's likely to come down, and then one out over here sometime in the mid-July timeframe for a decline into August. This is a very bearish picture that we're getting in here on the daily. It says to me the weekly is likely to turn over. Let's just look at the momentum indicator here, which is the slim ribbon there, and you can see it's turned red. So I have the daily analysis overlaid here with the over this area chart for momentum, and you can see it became negative right over here. And then just like over here, which was that third daily cycle, it came up, tested the slim ribbon, and then got whacked out over here. That's what I think is going to happen over here. And then this dominant cycle pressure right over here will join up with that other one, and you get this decline. Two selling opportunities right over there, momentum conditions negative. And just for fun, here's the enter day, the 2-hour chart. Here's the slim ribbon PO, all negative. Slim ribbon PO is a proprietary level 4 indicator. The askSlim MCI is neutral right over there on Bitcoin, so not much there. And when you look here at the option bias indicator, again, that's a level 4, and that has now turned neutral. I expect the red dots to get on the bottom and that be negative. So I've given you 2 time frames when this could be a selling opportunity in Bitcoin. Overall, it looks really bad, and I think that there's a pretty good shot at coming down to 52,000 sometime in August. Overall, a bearish condition that I see in there forming and likely to get worse.